Well, hello and welcome. This is Cricbuzz Live. England deciding to win the toss and bat first. And boy, they'd be happy with that decision. The fans would be happy with that decision. And Michael Vaughan would be happy with that decision, not because of the result, but because of the process, the approach. I tell you, we always value thought over the result. 215 for the loss of 7, and the loss of 7, that number is very important because it tells you that even when they lost wickets, they kept going and they kept going hard. And geez, it's pretty hard when you're almost at 11 and over. Don't have to be Einstein to do that math. I'm Gaurav Kapur, with me Michael Vaughan and Zaheer Khan. Vaughan, you'd be very happy with that approach that England have shown. They still didn't get much from Jos Buttler, the captain, but they got it today from Dawid Malan.
Yeah, and Liam Livingstone, Harry Brook as well with a nice cameo. The pitch is pure; it's a belter. The process of being aggressive was there from pretty much ball one. It's not easy for the bowlers when you get a pitch like this on a ground like we find at Trent Bridge, where the ball just flies everywhere, and every single kind of boundary is gettable for a batter. You can't protect one side. It's the best place in England to bat in terms of facing the white ball. It's been that for quite a while now. England packed the batting, so it allows them to go even harder. Every bat you could see that they were just going out there with one thought process, and that's to try and hit a 6. And if you can't do that, you hit a 4. So it's a big score. Can it be chased down? I think it can. I think it's the kind of venue that you can chase this kind of number down. But I think England will take a bit of a leaf out of the bowlers that bowled well for India, were the ones that bowled really good change-up deliveries. I thought Bishnoi was outstanding. To only go for just over 30 and get 2 wickets on that pitch with those boundary sizes is a great effort by him. But good batting, pure striking, power, finesse, brutality, whatever you want to say. It was a really good innings by England, but it's just hard for the bowlers when there's nothing through the air, there's nothing off the pitch. It's very, very difficult.
Zach, is this one of those days when you're watching it on screen and you're watching people bowl and saying, oh, good thing I've retired, don't want to be a bowler today?
Well, I was thinking about the bowlers who played today, who've been seeing that Indian bowlers who were playing before were doing so well, and now you got to play on a track like this. But
I'm saying Bhuvi and Bumrah sitting outside going.
I mean, it was that kind of a surface. It wouldn't have been easy for any bowler on this track. We'll have to wait and see now how Indian batting goes on about doing their business on this track, and then we can be sure. Because see, you got to judge the pitch after 2 innings. After the match is over, you got to see how the other batters also batting on this, how the other bowlers are bowling on this. I think, and then only you'll be able to say if that is the case. Then it's going to be an exciting game because we've seen India has been in form with the bat in this series. They've not changed much with the batting. It'll be interesting to see how Pant goes on, knowing that 215 is the target. So that is something which I'm looking forward to now from the second innings. But I think tough day for bowlers. Easier for England because Bumrah and Bhuvi were not part of it. But when you look at these kind of calls, you kind of feel maybe these are the games who these players should be part of. You're talking about the high pressure World Cup matches. To prepare for that, these are the conditions. These are the batters when they are in form. You should be bowling to. So maybe from that point of view, a little change in approach, but the rest of it, we'll have to wait and see the second innings.
Yeah, let's, of course, I mean, the surface can be whatever and the ground can be whatever. You still got to see the ball and hit the ball, and you've got to bat and you've got to come out all guns blazing. And that is exactly what England did today. And Dawid Malan, I mean, people keep talking about, that magic 2021 that he had and haven't seen much of it this year, Michael. But today we just saw he's good when he gets in. He's good. Steady head, nice swing. At least that the 160 hit over Jadeja's head. I really like that. Kind of set it up, stepped aside the off stump, and clean as a whistle over his head. And there was a lot of shots like that today.
Yeah, I mean, he's right up there with the best in the world when he's on a real flat wicket. When he's on a pitch like this, he's pure. He just seems to find the middle of the bat on a regular basis. His problem comes when there's a bit of spin there or swing. He kind of chews up a few balls. But when you get him on a pitch like this, he's just got that great bat swing. He's got great options on the offside, the onside. He plays the quick bowling well. And when there's no spin there, he can just hit through the line of the ball like he did to Jadeja, whether he was coming over the wicket, when he went round the wicket, he was kind of bowling into his arc, into his kind of wheelhouse to just strike it on the onside. He's dangerous, very, very dangerous when you get him on a pitch like we find in Nottingham when there's no swing and no spin.
Have to talk about Liam Livingstone because they had one big partnership. Liam Livingstone has been a really strange and bizarre knock. He was either hitting it for 6 or just had no clue what was going on. It was just such a...
But that's the way he approaches the game, isn't it?
I couldn't tell whether he was in form or not. It just kept changing every second ball.
Well, T20 format allows you to be like this, so you can take your chances. You can be aggressive, and you need players of this style for sure. Purely at number 5, 6, so 4, 5, 6. These are the positions who you look at adding that power. And take that extra bit of risk, and that's why the importance of the start is very important. So you have to look at the start today. It was decent than what we've seen before, and you see what followed. So obviously from England's point of view, Malan, even if he's scored runs on a flat track or so, you need that one guy who can anchor the innings. I feel then the others can rally around it. If that guy Joss, you've seen that in IPL, he took that approach and was very successful. Then you can debate about Malan's position. But if you want Joss Butler to be free at the top, then you need someone like Malan to be there to anchor at times, because he reads the game well. I think he knows his game very well. And look at his strike rate also today. So when he's in
200,
at this kind of strike rate, he's done that in the past. So I think you need different styles of play in your playing 11. And if you're looking at setting up your playing 11, setting up your batting lineup like that, then Malan can be an important factor for England.
Yeah, India wouldn't have thought much when Harshal dropped him. There was that cotton bowl chance. Malan was at 4 that time. They would have probably said, he's all right, we'll get him again. Jeez, that was expensive, Michael.
Yeah, it was. I mean, as I said, he's really dangerous when you get him on these kind of surfaces. He's just got the game to be able to strike the ball pretty much wherever he wants, and he moves himself around the crease nicely. He's always asking the bowler a question or two. England have got over 200 because of Malan, so that's a real costly drop by Harshal. But when England have got this batting lineup that's so deep, you can see that they're just revved up. Every single bat is just revved up to go from ball one. That's what you can do when you have such a long, strong batting lineup, which they've gone with today. They've gone without the spinner or the main spinner. So you kind of get a license, and that's what England like to play with, this license to go and strike and be aggressive. And it's came off in a good fashion today for them.
Yeah, they did what India did yesterday. They got Ravindra Jadeja in place of Akshar, and that just added to the batting. And we spoke about that in the pre-show of how England had done the same, and it really worked for them when you have Harry Brook coming in at 7, and he showed today how cleanly he can hit the ball. It was a short knock. It was 19 of 9, but those 3 boundaries, clean hits, you could tell what he's capable of. But Zach, India is going to be looking again at, there's a pitch that is not doing much for bowlers, definitely not much for spin. But the flip side of playing the extra batter is that India knows now there's 4 overs definitely coming from a mix of Moeen and Liam Livingstone.
Yes, I think the start again is going to be very crucial. You need 55, 60 runs in those first 6 overs to set that platform. And then from there, the game becomes a touch bit easier because the pressure is on bowlers. You've seen that there is nothing much on offer for spinners as well on this track. Maybe extra bit of bounce, which we've seen on a couple of occasions, but nothing apart from that. Seamers will be looking to bowl those slower ones, use their variations today. So you'll have to see how Chris Jordan and Gleeson approach today's innings, this defense. So far they've been keeping things simple, but today's wicket is going to be a touch harder to keep just hitting those lengths. So you'll have to get your variations into play. So that is something which we have to wait and see. But from India's point of view, I think the start is going to be very, very vital and crucial.
Yep, it's a James Bond kind of license to kill for Rishabh Pant. Definitely for Rishabh Pant. Come on, the name's Pant. Rishabh Pant. That's such a dad joke. I don't know why I even cracked that. That's so silly. But anyway, I'm going to ask you about the question. But first up, I think we should congratulate Michael Vaughan because we've got a 10-run give. Your guess was 204. They got to 215. Let's just give him a round of applause anyway. Come on, that was good. You came very close. So we're going to give that one to you. And we're going to play another game right now with a guessing game with the England bowlers, Michael. Knowing what the conditions are, knowing the guile and the form that some of them have been in. For you, the pick of the England bowlers. What does your crystal ball, what do your minions tell you?
I'm going to go Gleeson again. Because I don't think India have had enough time to see him yet in the space of a few overs. I think he might surprise them again today.
Yeah. And a domestic legend, so he's obviously played on every ground, knows every surface. He's 34, got his debut in the previous game. Zach, I'm going to ask you your crystal ball, Indian batter that you feel will shine.
After a good start, I think you'll need someone like Surya to come to party. I think he'll be the key in that middle phase.
I said shine bright and you went with Surya. That was very literal. Well done. I like what you did there. Go on. And power play score predictions real quick. We'll do those as well. Got to get
58.
Right. Can't just keep giving consolation prizes only. 58. All right. Michael's 58. Zach?
55 for me.
55. So I'll go up. I'll go 64. Let's do this. Let's got this baby in the bag. All right. Well, that's all from us right now. We'll see you at the end of the 10th over on Cricbuzz Combox. India needs 216 to go up 3-0. Can England defend this? We'll come back and discuss it. And of course, our little pit stop, which is Cricbuzz Combox. Thank you so much for watching Cricbuzz Live. We'll see you in a bit.